we were talking outside before we started taping. You said this documentary, the Little Richard doc, about 2 years working on. What was the hardest part? Like, what was, I guess, the biggest kind of the bottleneck that took the most time?
Well, we have this great partner, CNN Films, and when you do a film from them, it's 98 minutes. It ain't 97 and it ain't 101.
Really?
Because I kind of go like, well, can it be 101?
Right.
No. So, like when you got to back into that time, there's things that have to fall out. For me, I wanted to talk a little bit more in the film about the shenanigans of the music business, how it is that you can sign someone and take everything and that they don't
And it's
see.
legal.
Yeah. But as I like to say, I had to stay on 95 and not get off on exit 5, because that would have taken us too long in our runtime.
Is this because for broadcast purposes, you had to fit?
Yeah, that's their broadcast standard.
I was under the impression, and I believe that he said this, that Michael Jackson, ATV, gave him his rights back.
So that's why John Branca's in the film.
Yeah,
That's why
right.
I interviewed him. Because John Branca, of course, had the relationship with Richard when Richard officiated at his marriage that Michael Jackson and Bubbles were best men for John Branca. Wow. There are pictures.
Nigga.
Next
I just got marinated on that.
Bubbles. Google. Yes. It's the craziest picture.
I'm gonna hit Bronco up like, really?
We gotta get him too. We gotta get him.
Yes.
And so Branca, who, was Michael Jackson's attorney and is still involved with the estate, I interviewed him not only about that moment, but because when Richard protested at ATV Music for his royalties, and then Michael Jackson bought the catalog. So in his book, and in his autobiography, Richard goes, oh, yeah, Michael gave me money. But I learned very early on making this film that a lot of things that Richard said, were not completely true. So I was like, okay, John Branca, you were there. You were there all the time. Did Michael Jackson give Little Richard money? And yes, he did. I should have asked him about Sly Stone and Doris Day, because maybe he would have known about that.
Right.
But we could confirm his that Michael Jackson felt really bad, and he gave him some bucks.